Hey guys, what is going on? My name's Tyler McNabb and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. And so normally I'm either working, riding, working on a quad, riding a quad, whatever I'm doing, reviewing something. But today we're going to do something a little bit different. I've never done one of these videos, but I thought might as well try one, you know. Plus I don't really have a whole lot else going on right now. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do some trail clearing. So what you see here in front of me is a lot of brush with no trail. So the plan is all this stuff needs to be gone. So basically what happened is if you kind of look up that way, you will see a large pile. There's kind of a large pile over there too. What happened was the farmers came around and did a bunch of work. They trimmed a bunch of stuff off the edge of the field, and when they did that, they pushed a lot of stuff into the woods, and so they blocked a couple of our trails, which at first was kind of a bad thing. It was like, dang it, blocked some of our trails, but that means that I get to make new trail. So plus I don't get to make new trail very often, because honestly we've used about the majority of this property. For those of you who don't know, a lot of people, I tell people, it's actually my neighbor's property. It's not my property, but they're very nice people, and they let me use this land to ride on. So I'm very thankful for that, very blessed, and thank you to them for letting me use it. But what that means is I finally get the chance to cut some more trails. So don't get to do it very often. I'm gonna walk around real quick, tell you the plan, and then I'll show you some of the tools I'm going to be using as well. So like I said, we got all this, but where we're going to be coming from is the original trail starts way over there. And so we got to come through all this, but then also I'm going to be tying into, this is like a bank of hills right over here that I go up and down. And so what I'm going to end up doing is my original trail comes from that way. So the normal way I run the track comes up, goes up this hill, I cross the creek, and then I go up that hill and I run that way. Well, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up this hill, run over to this ridge, and if you follow me on TikTok, you would have seen me going up that hill right over here. Come down the hill, it runs along the edge of this ridge, goes up that way, and then comes back, and that's where we're going to be tying in to that. And so it's going to come through here, and then we're going to go back and go up these hills. So instead of just dropping straight down, going across the creek and going up the hill, we're going to be going right through here instead. That adds a little bit to the track. Plus, it's kind of some cool trail, and I'm going to make a little bit of a creek jump. At least that's the plan. So this isn't a huge creek or anything, but what I plan to do is I'm going to cut up some logs and build a bridge right here. So when I'm coming this way, I can just ride up, and then what I'm going to do is where the logs sit on that side, I'm just going to build up some dirt, so that way coming this way I'll just jump and land on this flat creek bank. So it'll be kind of some cool trail. And so now I'll go up on the other side real quick. I'll meet you up there. Okay, so this is up on top of the hill. Where I was standing is right down there. So the trail comes through here, it runs up that way, it does a little bit of a U-ey. At least that's what it'll do now. It does a little bit of a U-ey, and then it's going to come down this ravine right here, and then that's where I'm going to tie in somewhere in this area. I'm not sure exactly where, somewhere right in here. We'll take off that way, and yeah. So really all there's left to do is just start clearing. I'm going to show you some of the tools that I use when clearing trail that just makes the job a little bit easier. So that way if you were ever clearing trail, just gives you some things to use. So let's go look what we have. So here's the main tools that I use when clearing trail. Start off with my handy dandy Fisker's axe. If you use an axe of any sort, especially for splitting wood, that's what we mainly got it for. The Fisker's axe, I would highly recommend it. If you can get it on Amazon, I'll link it down below, but it's a sweet axe. As well as just some like hedge clippers for trimming branches and stuff. I've trimmed branches probably like that big around with these things. I mean, they are really good. These are also Fisker's brand. We're kind of Fisker's fanboys around here. If they have a tool, we probably have it because they're pretty good. So we got that, and then we come to the big boys. So here we have a Stihl MS290 chainsaw. This is a gas-powered chainsaw with a 20-inch bar. This was the Farm Boss originally. I think the Farm Boss now is the MS270 for all you Stihl aficionados out there. But yeah, this is a great chainsaw. My dad's had it for probably 12 years, something like that at this point. Probably, yeah, 11, 12 years. And all we've really done to it is we've basically refreshed it a couple times with a fuel filter, air filter, and honestly, a spark plug. That's all we've done to it. And then, of course, bars and chains, because those wear out. But other than that, this thing's been a really good saw. This thing, I love this little tool. This is a DeWalt 12-inch electric chainsaw, and I absolutely fell in love with this thing. I got it was either last year or the year before for Christmas. And this is an amazing trail tool because this is a big saw and it takes some time to get started and going. And so if you've just got to cut like a couple little branches, this thing is the best. You pop it off real quick. You don't have to start it or anything. You don't have to let it warm up. You just go right to cutting, and it is really awesome. And so if you have a gas-powered chainsaw, or you don't want to buy a gas-powered chainsaw, you just do a little bit of chainsawing here and there, or you want something small to take on the trail with you, I would highly recommend this. I will link this down below in the description as well, because I think I got that on Amazon. So I'll link that down below. But that is a great tool. I love it, and yeah, it's been a sweet piece of equipment. I just put a brand new chain on it because the old one finally got dull, and so hopefully this thing will cut really good now. But anyway, I will quit rambling. I'm going to set up my tripod so we can do some time-lapsing, and I will hopefully we'll get a lot of this cleared today. My dad's going to be out here shortly so that he can help me out. Just a disclaimer, if you're ever chainsawing, have somebody with you, because I do use the little chainsaw by myself every now and then, but it's because it's really small. The gas-powered chainsaw, do not use by yourself. Just a disclaimer. We always make sure we got a buddy with us, because you never know. You think you can handle a chainsaw until it kicks back, and bad things can happen. So anyway, I will quit rambling. I'm going to set up the tripod. We're going to do some time-lapsing, and hopefully we will get most of this cleared today. So I will see you then. Okay guys, so we're out here on day 2. It's actually technically day 3. We were out here yesterday. I didn't do any filming though, and we did a bunch of cutting up of logs. So I've already got some set up over there. But the plan is right now, originally we were going to build the bridge right here, as well as a creek jump coming this way. But now we've decided we're going to build the bridge over on this side, and then just have the creek jump be like an actual creek jump. So you can't really roll it or anything. So that's our next plan of action. And so we're gonna do some cutting over here. I think Dad's gonna work on the logs as well as clearing some of this, and I'm gonna start building the bridge and see what we can get accomplished, because unfortunately it is December, and so we don't have much daylight to work with. And so we've probably got about an hour and a half of daylight, and so we're gonna see how much we can accomplish. So let's get right to it. Well guys, we finished her up. We officially have a creek jump. Hopefully you guys can see. It's pretty dark out here. Usually the camera brightens it up pretty good, but hopefully you guys can see pretty good. We got our creek jump built. Big thanks to Mr. McNabb over there. He did a buttload of shoveling you probably saw in the time lapse, but we also got the bridge good and ready to go, so it's nice and smooth. There are some gaps in it, but it's not a big deal on the quad. His bike riding across may be a little trickier, but we're good on the bridge. It worked out pretty good. Hopefully we'll be safe from the creek for now. Hopefully it doesn't get swept away or anything, but got the creek jump built. And yeah, this little trail turned out pretty sweet. Hopefully you guys liked this little bit of trail footage. I'll go ahead and walk through it real quick. So this is kind of where I started the video, where my quad and the Razor are. This is where we were, and I did a video like over here, and so we cleared all this out. You could barely even walk through here. We cleared all this out, cleared this out up here, got this turn. Dad did some chainsawing over here. We got this cleared out, and then I was riding through there just testing the trail and stuff. And then we have the bottom of the ravine that you may have seen in some of my videos, where I used to go up and hang a left out of this ravine, but now instead what we're gonna do is the trail's gonna go up the top of the ravine, hang a right, and go back that way. So it turned out really sweet. It's a pretty cool addition to the trails, plus it adds a little bit of mileage. It's not super long, but it adds maybe another, you know, 1/8 of a mile to the track or something. So it is pretty sweet. So hopefully you guys enjoyed a little bit of a different type of video of just some trail cutting, some time lapse, and then I threw in either before this, yeah, probably I threw in before this some riding footage of just going out and ripping it real quick, making sure breaking it in, because like I said, we do not have much daylight. It's almost 5:30 right now, and the camera probably won't show it, but it is pretty dark out here. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I may try to do some more of this in the future, but like I said in the beginning, we really don't have a whole lot more trail to cut because we've used a good bit of the property. But and this is probably going to unfortunately end the riding season, I'm guessing, because we're supposed to get, like, I think my dad said about a 1/2 inch of rain tomorrow at least, if not more. And then from then on out, it's supposed to be like highs in the 30s, 20s, teens. So I may get out and do a little bit of winter riding on the 400 if it freezes and it's not super freezing, or if the ground freezes and like the temperature isn't super cold. But other than that, riding probably is unfortunately going to be done, which when I'm filming this today, it's December 13th, so I really can't complain riding this long into the year here in Indiana. It's not too bad. So I will quit rambling and end this video out. So thank you guys for coming and watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.